If you're struggling to figure out how to get your podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps to upload and distribute your podcast the right way so you don't waste time with the wrong distribution strategy. So before you even think about uploading, you've got to get the foundation of your podcast dialed in. The first thing here is making sure you chose a really strong podcast title. Your title is that first impression people are going to get about what your show is even about. So typically your title should include some sort of strong keyword that your typical audience member would be searching for. Now, you also want to think about a potential tagline that you could have for your show. So a tagline would be a short description that tells people exactly what your podcast is about. Now, our next step is going to be choosing a podcast hosting platform. Without using a podcast hosting platform, you'd have to manually upload your episodes to every podcast directory, which really is just not scalable. Right now at Think Media, we are using Buzzsprout to host and distribute our podcast. So now that your hosting site is dialed in, this brings us to step 3. We need to distribute our show to platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcast and Amazon Music, etc. by leveraging an RSS feed for distribution. So what's an RSS feed? It stands for really simple syndication. In the podcasting world, it's just a unique URL that holds all the essential information about your podcast, including things like your podcast title, the description of your podcast, your cover art. So every time you upload a new episode to your distribution site, the RSS feed automatically updates across all of the different platforms. So now that your podcast is live on major platforms, the next big challenge is getting people to actually find your podcast. This is where good SEO practices really come in. We want to make sure we're optimizing episode titles. So using clear searchable keywords in your episode titles are really important. And also using long tail keywords that are really specific can be a lot more helpful than really broad episode titles that are oversaturated. It's also really important to have detailed show notes and descriptions for your episode. Got to have good social media promotion to grow a podcast this year. So we really encourage you to share video clips and get your content on as many platforms as you possibly can.